Today's AskReddit post. What is the worst text message you could wake up to? Oh boy, this is gonna be a good one. Let's get started. Other than a text about the death or serious injury of someone you love, the "we need to talk" text would be second in line. This isn't even only when you wake up. Anytime I hear it, it usually almost sends me into a full panic attack trying to figure out what we need to talk about. You knew it was going to happen, edit. I guess my most upvoted comment is about my crippling anxiety, LMAO. My wife will do this often. It's usually something not super duper important, but that she wants to hammer out quickly. Doctor visits, budgeting for our daughter's seasonal clothing, bills, etc. I've told her multiple times that her wording sends me into a minor panic, but either she forgets or she just likes making me squirm for no other reason than to duck with me. My fiance does the same thing over small stuff, lol. Emergency broadcast. Those still alive report immediately to local shelters. Laughs in ballistic missile threat inbound to Hawaii. Seek immediate shelter. This is not a drill. The 13th of January, 2018. My phone went off, and since I work for the state, I woke up to see what the alarm was in case I needed to head into work. Woke up the wife and kid and then tried calling civil defense to figure out WTF was going on. No official reply for over 30 minutes. Served like an eternity. I'd like to add my version of that day. I can see Pearl Harbor from my house. When I got that message, I was hit with complete and utter despair. I knew immediately there was nothing I could do and that I'd likely die in the next 10-15 minutes. My mom and brother were sleeping, so I didn't wake them up. Always thought going in your sleep is the nicest way to die. Closed the windows, picked up my cats, and sat on my bed. I had to go to Twitter for someone to finally tell me it was a false alarm, and even that took 20 minutes after receiving the alert. But there was still no official alert until 45 minutes after. Worst thing ever. Honestly, that's so considerate of you to not wake them, BC. They would just be panicking in their last moments. I'm so sorry you had to deal with that alone though. I think you handled it well considering. Got your kitties and went on Twitter. That's really what I probably would have done in your position, lol. I hope you read this in time. I need help. Sent. 6 hours ago. Literally what happened to me when my best friend killed herself. Woke up to someone PLS help. 6 hours ago : I'm sure you were a great friend and did all you could before it was too late. Just never blame yourself. And remember, focusing on the past is how you forget to care about you and others in the present and future. So always keep your head up. Thanks for the advices. I definitely did dwell on the past for a long time and got a bit stuck in it for a while, but it was 10 years ago now and I am fine. Cheers. I'm drunk. No one is answering. If you can't pick me up, I'm just driving. This is why I sleep with my phone on the loudest possible volume and have the loudest, most obnoxious text tone possible for those people in my life that might end up in this situation. I never want to miss that text. My wife always gets mad at me for having my phone volume on at night, but my friend's older brother once missed a phone call from his friend, who then ended up freezing to death trying to walk home drunk in winter. I can't even imagine the guilt he felt. My friend called me in the middle of the night about 10 years ago. She was making no sense at all, but I got that for some reason she was near my house. Turns out her lad friends had drugged her, got irritated with her and left her in the middle of nowhere in a tiny dress in December. When I finally found her, she was passed out and freezing. I rang an ambulance and everything turned out okay. But I go over that night all the time. What would have happened if I hadn't answered, or if I had just decided she was drunk and being silly? I never leave my phone on silent now. I have my phone on do not disturb mode when I sleep, but if the same number calls twice or if one of my favorite contacts calls messages, it will still ring. Nice compromise. I'm getting Dunkin' in 5 minutes. Text me what you want. Delivered 14 minutes ago. I've shed real tears over these kinds of missed texts. 11 missed calls from mom. Considering my mom's dead, that would be especially terrifying. An ethereal plane is no barrier for your mom telling you she loves you. My mom passed in March and I've been in a wave of grief all day. Thank you. This comment made me happy cry. 3. Internet hugs coming your way. Her love doesn't go away just because her physical form has. Her love lives on in your heart and memories. Cherish them and write them down. Hey, when you got a minute, can you call me? We need to talk. Because I'm a dick. I once told my girlfriend I have something I need to get off my chest. Then I proceeded to peel off the electrode sticker that had been left on my chest from an EKG the day before. That is too ducking funny, haha. The one I actually did wake up to on Christmas morning. I tried calling. Your dad died. I'm sorry that happened. Thank you. Why is it always on Christmas? Sorry for your loss. My friend got a text once that said good job buddy. He didn't know who it was, so he replied it burns when I pee. Please provide more info on what happened next. I want to see where this goes. Yep, I need more info. And then they all clapped. Their homies cheeks or what? Do not look at the moon. None. I sometimes work nights, and when I sleep through a good part of the day and don't get messages from anyone, it feels like no one gives a shit that I'm there. I know that's not true, but you know. Psychology. Edit. I want to clarify that I'm in a healthy spot. Personally, I'm not sad. It's just how it feels at the moment when stuff like that happens. It's a temporary well, this sucks. I feel that each time I check my phone. The presumption that no one has texted me. The affirmation of loneliness. I try to seek it less often, but today I've gotten all Reddit notifications. From strangers telling me I'm right, wrong, what have you. Sometimes the silence is nice. $10,000 has been withdrawn from your account. Me. Where the duck did I get 10k? Must be a mistake on the bank's end. Rolls over and goes back to sleep. And your overdraft limit has been raised. Where are you? The meeting started 10 minutes ago, but only if it was sent like 6 hours ago. Happy cake day. 2 hours? Damn. 7 hours? Whatever. But 6 hours ago? Fuck no. I'm pregnant. Especially scary when you haven't had sex in a while. Or when it's your girlfriend and she says sorry babe, wrong person. Meant to text my dad lol. Oof. Because he is gonna be so excited to be a grandpa finally. Fixed. Incoming ballistic missile. Take shelter immediately. This is not a drill. Woke up to this text a while back. Dog's name was put down. I moved out of my childhood home and had to leave all 3 of my childhood dogs behind. And one of them was already on the decline when I left. I didn't even know she was getting put down until the day before. And I couldn't clear my schedule and drive up to say goodbye. And on top of it all, she was the one dog we got as a puppy. We grew up together. She was my best friend and helped me through a lot of hell. But I couldn't be there for her when she died. A year later and I still feel like shit. I'm sorry for your loss and that you couldn't say goodbye. Right now? Probably he died. My best friend's brother is suffering with liver failure right now and probably has less than a week left. We know it's going to happen. But when it does happen, it's still going to hit like a bus. I've been there. Every time you hear your phone alert, you tense up wondering if it's a text. Absolutely the worst. Thanks for the kidney, especially if it's the second time someone has sent you that. This made me laugh more than it should have. Glad to hear it. Whatever that text was that everyone in Hawaii got saying a nuke was inbound. My daughter and her husband were there. It said this is not a test. They just cried and hugged. Waited for the end. My daughter, baby grandson, and husband were there too. It truly is the worst text to wake up to. Mom. Incoming missile threat to Hawaii. This is not a drill. I love you. Oh god. That's horrible. You have a collect call from John Cena. Will you accept the charges? There will be absolutely no wrestling in this house. Apostrophe. When she says not in this house. Not again. I need nothing more in life than to know what happened previously. A nuclear threat warning. Warning. Nuclear missile incoming in 1 hour. Sent 55 meters ago. Even 1 hour doesn't give the average person any time to prepare. There really is no preparing for a nuclear attack. If you're near it, you're dead. If you're kinda near it, you're dead. If you're downwind from it, you're probably dead. If you're not near it, it doesn't matter because one nuclear strike will only lead to more and the rest of the world will suffer from that exchange. Unless you're in New Zealand, I feel that someone may just forget about them. Depends on what map the attackers have handy. From your boss. 3 missed calls. Where are you? You are 3 hours late. Received 177 days ago. You've been in a coma for 177 days. Unsolicited duck pic. Duck. Call me when you wake up. Hopefully it's good news that they wanted to tell you live. You won't think it is though. Basically, either someone died, or someone's having a baby. Presidential alert. Oops. Hawaiian missiles. I'm going to kill myself. I have actually woken up to that message. It sucked and would suck more if it happened again. I can confirm. This is absolutely horrible to wake up to, and no matter how sleepy you are, that will wake you up and send you straight into panic spam call the person mode. Hope you're doing okay. Club Penguin is kill. No. We need to talk, no matter who it is from. That is almost never followed by something good. Agree. It's always bad. As someone who just said that the other day, I agree. Haha. Well, there are a lot of worse messages that you can get, but the worst I've ever gotten was probably the morning after the wedding from my sister. I've just woken up and was starting to think back on how fun the wedding was, and then I grabbed my phone. I saw that my girlfriend was typing something in Snapchat. When I opened Snapchat, I saw one enormous text and I knew what time it was. She had just broken up with me via Snapchat the day after the wedding from my sister. When I went downstairs to have breakfast and discovered my whole family was there to share the memories they have just made on the wedding, I was not thinking about the wedding anymore, and therefore I have less memories from that wedding, which is 2 years ago, that from the wedding from my other sister, which is 4-5 years ago. It was one of the worst and worst timed massages that I've ever received. Man, that sucks. I hope you've found someone else since then. Incoming ballistic missile threat to Hawaii. Advised residents to seek shelter. And concluded, this is not a drill. Have you seen Michael Reeves' video about this? I would very much recommend it. She knows. The vagueness makes it worse. I'm legally required to suggest you get tested for HIV. Last month I woke up to call me and dead from my dad. His partner unexpectedly passed away. I'm sorry to hear that. Your 365 days to claim your $10 million lottery win has now expired. Oof. Some loved one is dead. Almost 3 years ago I woke up in the middle of the night to a message from my uncle saying my grandparent had died. It was the worst feeling I ever had. I had an excellent time with you last night. BTW, I just tested positive for COVID-19. Thought you should know. Speaking of which, my uncle just tested positive for COVID-19. I can't really share it with anyone but y'all. Oh no. I hope you didn't have an excellent time with him last night. I don't want you in my life anymore. That could be a wonderful message to wake up to, depending on who sent it. In this thread I'd infer it being from someone you like or someone that means a lot, comma. I woke up to a text from my estranged mother saying I have stomach cancer. When I asked for details or her doctor's info, she had none. She is a pathological liar and has severe mental illness. I once woke up to one that said, your ex-wife is lying unconscious and I think it's drug related. The paramedics are here and CPS wants to take your kids. And that was pretty shitty. OP, did you get the kids? I got M. Are those rumors about you true? Not a text. But the Amber Alert siren, that makes me think that Kimmy was finally got pushed too far and he nukes the USA. That notification is loud and they seem to enjoy sending it at 3 AM. Not like the kids chose to get kidnapped at 3 AM. Though I wish it had a separate alarm tone because nukes inbound and watch for a green sedan with this license. There might be a kidnapping victim and here are two different things. I woke up to a barrage of abusive texts from my now ex using every insecurity I felt about myself against me. That was fun. Bro, you actually watched the whole video. I'd give you a high five if I was a human. Make sure to click the like button and subscribe for more great content. See you next time.